Big Y Foods and Table & Vine, they recently launched their own exclusive line of craft beers made in collaboration with the Berkshire Brewing Company, BBC of South Deerfield.
Joining us now to share more is Steve Thibault. He's a corporate beer and liquor sales manager at Table & Vine. Steve, it's wonderful to have you here. I think a lot of people don't necessarily realize that Big Y and Table & Vine all owned under the same umbrella.
Yes, they are. Table & Vine is a division of the Big Y supermarket chain, and very successful. Our flagship store in West Springfield, Mass. actually is a true destination in New England.
There's a lot, it's because I'm a guy who loves craft beers. There's a lot of craft beer in that store. Everything, even from all around the world, the beers are there, which is great. Now, we're talking local because you can get beers from Japan there, but you can also get beers that's made in partnership with BBC. How'd this idea come about?
Well, believe it or not, it came up over dinner one evening downtown.
Yeah?
Yeah, I happened to run into the owner of Berkshire Brewing, Gary Bogoff. He's a good friend. We had thrown this idea of creating a beer around for many years, but there were such logistical problems in production and manufacturing and actual distribution, and of course we wanted to support the local market, that it was hard to put it all together until this creation.
Until now, and I think it's really cool too. You know, we go to Big Y to get our food, and then we go to Table & Vine to get our liquor and beer. But now, in different locations in the Pioneer Valley, we can get it all in one place.
Yes, you can.
So where is this now available, actually?
Well, of course, our flagship store, Table & Vine in West Springfield, right on Riverdale Street, www.tableandvine.com. And then, of course, we have 3 satellite stores in Massachusetts as liquor licensing permits. Those locations are in our Northampton store, Greenfield, and starting today we're expanding our Wilbraham location.
Very exciting.
So you get along really well with the people from BBC. You hatch this idea, then take me on the journey, because brewing beers, it's not something that you can wake up and do. It takes a lot of thought and effort. So tell me a little bit about how it went from idea to inception.
Well, it started over a few beers, but then...
as many ideas do come about.
And of course, we're very in tune with our customers' needs and supporting the local market, and being one of the largest retail liquor stores in the country, we know what people want. We wanted to satisfy our customers' needs, and we've selected 3 we hope are the best styles and best quality made beers out there.
Well, we shall see. So let's take us through all 3 of them, because we have them right here. We're going to taste them. This is neat. What's the first one we have here?
Well, Seth is going to taste them.
As you may or may not have guessed. Big game's coming up. I got to get my Super Bowl beers.
Me too. Me too. All right. What are we trying, Steve?
Well, along with the names that we've selected on these beers, the locales on the labels also are reminiscent of the locations of our stores. We start up in the Berkshires, way up in Adams, and go all the way down to Groton, Connecticut at Avery Point, and it's just a reflection of our ties to the communities.
That's very neat. If you look at the labels, they're beautiful, and you see it's the Connecticut River.
It is a good-looking beer label.
Doesn't get more local than that.
It doesn't. In our 4 Mass stores and 32 locations in Connecticut all sell these beers.
Well, let's start. Should we start with the Avery Point Amber Ale?
Okay,
let's do that one.
We're gonna start you off with the big stuff, Seth.
All right.
This is a monster. It's 6.3% alcohol.
That's a boozy brew.
And what you're gonna notice is it's a very deep colored copper amber ale. Great head to it.
Yeah.
It's caramel and crystal malts. 6.3%. It's huge. It's got a really medium body and medium finish.
All right, you mind if I take a quick sip?
Please do.
Here we are. I have a foam mustache, that's a really good beer.
It's so fashionable, too.
Are they in? Hold on then.
Totally. The next beer is the Mount Greylock Porter, is that right?
That one is, but I'm going to try Seth on the River Valley IPA, just to keep him in tune here.
All right.
Okay.
All right. River Valley is, it's a classic British style IPA.
Yeah, that's a color too.
A
golden color.
Beautiful golden color. It's a British style IPA, whereas today the real demands are on these West Coast big hoppy flavorful
I was just going to say that. That's funny because right now it's so trendy to go California, but I think it's almost over. You know what I mean?
It's over, and our markets and what we've seen and experienced lately are people are getting into session beers. A little lower alcohol. This is 5.5%. but it's got that citrusy and floral aroma to it, and it's just an easy drinking and quite a.
That sounds
That's
like
a
my
porch
kind
beer.
of beer.
That's a
Yes.
beer that you want to sit down on your porch this spring and summer and just enjoy.
Sounds so great. Or
Right?
at the Super Bowl on Sunday. Looking
Yes.
forward to that. All right, the last
Yeah.
beer that you brought here.
And the last one we have is our Mount Greylock Porter. This is a very full-bodied, really dark ruby brown ale. Slightly sweet, chocolate
color.
chocolate malt and coffee notes. Really delicate hop flavor. Smooth. I think you're going to love it.
So I'm not going
Give
to
that
drink
a
it very
taste.
delicately.
And I bet
though.
these will go with great with our shepherd's pie and
it sounds
sweet potato
great.
skins.
I'm
Go
hungry.
perfect with it,
Yum.
right?
Maybe we can trade.
I think we can
Yeah.
arrange
It's a
one
good
of those.
partnership
Now,
there.
last question. What's next? You've got these 3 styles. What's coming up down the pipeline? Do you have any ideas?
Well, the response has been amazing from our customers. Not only the initial onslaught, we launched these just prior to Christmas, but since then they're not only repeat sales, but customers are asking, what are we going to do next? What flavors can you create next? And
Ready for more.
we are, and the partnership with Berkshire has been amazing. So we are in discussions right now. I can sneak a few ideas out there, but we know we're going to go to 12-ounce bottles in a variety 12-pack.
Very exciting, and it's interesting, too, that you've been with BBC since their very beginning, and so you're still working hard together. I think that's wonderful for our community and our economy.
We've been big supporters of them right since day one, and it's feelings mutual.
Well, let's hold up a glass, all
Yeah,
of us, and
yeah.
toast to the big game. Toast to
Cheers.
BBC and keeping it local.
I'm
That's
just going to
right.
say it.
And for
Go Patriots.
Go
for more
Patriots.
information on all 3 of these beers,
Yeah.
visit tableandvine.com. Thanks so much, Steve.
Ahead on Mass Appeal, cut